Hi friends, welcome back to Coffee with Ravi. Today we were going to talk about trouble swallowing. It's a very common complaint that we see, and when people eat food, sometimes it sticks or it catches or there's difficulty going down. That can be from many things. Sometimes it can be scar tissue in the throat, it can be from acid reflux, but there's a specific condition called eosinophilic esophagitis, or EOE is how we refer to it. And today Arun is going to educate us about that. Welcome Arun,
Thank you.
take it away.
Thank you.
What's EOE and what can people do? Those are the things that
Thanks.
I think people want to know.
It is not very uncommon that we see in day-to-day practice as a gastroenterologist. It is an allergic response to certain food triggers that we consume. And patients with eosinophilic esophagitis, they tend to have a very high counts of eosinophils. It's a type of white cells.
It's a type of cell in the blood. Yeah.
And it can cause inflammation of the food pipe, and as a consequence, they have some complications that is defined as eosinophilic.
Eosinophilic, yeah. Because of the allergy type response,
To
the food pipe becomes stiffer.
That
Yeah.
is correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what symptoms do people have, and
So-
other than swallowing food,
So
difficulty swallowing food?
it manifests in different symptoms with different age. So for toddlers, moms comes and complains of, I couldn't feed the kid and I have trouble, she keeps vomiting. For children's, they tend to have trouble swallowing, or they can present as the patient, the child is not gaining weight, he's not meeting the standards. For adults, they sort of come with complaints of trouble swallowing. Sometimes we see them in the hospital with complaints of food impactions,
When
that
food
is
gets lodged. Yeah.
And sometimes they come with complaints of chest pain in an younger patient who doesn't have significant
Any heart
problems
risk
for heart
yes.
risk factors. So we should keep that in mind.
Yes. And when should they seek our attention or the attention of their doctor? When is it important for them to do that?
If they, the above such symptoms what we discussed, if anybody is experiencing these symptoms,
Yeah.
they should seek at least an attention.
Absolutely right, because we see all kinds of problems when people can't swallow or they're swallowing doubly hard to get the food down. It may not be EOE, it could be other
Something
things too,
else.
like cancer, etc.
That is correct. And are people, who end up taking quite a bit of heartburn medications more than a couple of times a week. I think, if it is persistent, they should definitely seek medical attention.
Yeah. What causes it? How do we? How does it look on endoscopy, and how do we treat?
Great. So usually it is an allergic reaction to certain food triggers. People with complaints of asthma, any sort of seasonal allergies, they tend to be more prone to develop this condition. And people with acid reflux, any sort of inflammatory conditions such as Crohn's, ulcerative colitis, those patients tend to also have these problems. At least they mimic these presentations. Certain parasitic disorders can also mimic these kind of presentations. They tend to be more prone. In order to rule out other conditions and to be more specific, I think it's better to see a gastroenterologist.
Yeah. And what would we do when they see us then?
We take a good history. We get their past histories, see if they have any family history, or if they have any allergies, what kind of presentation they have. And if history gives some clues, and eventually we end up doing an upper endoscopy. It's a camera test where we sedate the patient, we pass the scope and take biopsies from the food pipe.
Yeah.
That is more confirmatory.
Yes.
So
And I think we have some photographs that show them how
it
looks on endoscopy. I think it's included in the slideshow. You should see that. How do we treat it?
So we treat by various modalities. Different medications, which includes acid reflux medications, sometimes topical steroids, sometimes they inhale,
Yeah.
sometimes they ingest.
So it's the same kind of medicine that they use for asthma, but you swallow it rather than inhale it. Yes.
Yes. And they also use some advanced medications if they're not responding to conventional therapies, which the doctors will talk to them about. and very rarely, not uncommonly, they will end up getting dilation, the food pipe getting stretched. These are some of the modalities that we use to sort of treat this condition.
Yeah. So the take-home message, I think, is if there's trouble swallowing, think about many other causes, and EOE is one of them. And I think treatment can be helpful, but it can be a long-term course, and we can help manage that. So those are the take-homes, really.
So there is no definitive cure for this condition. So any treatment that we do for eosinophilic esophagitis is to aim is to reduce the symptoms, improve the quality of life.
And we can certainly do that.
And patients end up getting periodic dilations. For the most part, they do well. There are other treatment modalities with dietary restrictions that the doctors can talk to them if they're interested.
Yeah. And what foods are typically associated with this?
So usually the 6 food triggers that have been associated are milk, wheat, eggs, soy, seafoods, and nuts. Those are the 6 foods that have been, which we consume on a day-to-day basis.
It's in all of the foods, but sometimes we can work with the patients to kind of see if taking them off helps.
That's right.
So thank you, folks. I think this is what we can get done in this few minutes. If there's more questions, please call us or email us. This is something that we want to keep educating you about. Thanks, Arun.
Thank you, Dr. Yes.